Are you looking for the best honey garlic chicken wings you ever make in your entire life? If so, stick around because that's what I'm going to show you guys how to make today on Cooking with Tovia. I'm going to show you how to make the most amazing honey garlic chicken wings you ever have in your entire life. These are sweet, tangy, and a little bit spicy. It has a little bit of heat to this. So this is perfect. You can serve this as a side dish. You can serve this as an appetizer. You can serve this along with a salad. You can serve these with fries, a baked potato. You can serve this, guys, this is just endless how you can serve this. You'll be able to find all the ingredients you'll need for today's recipe throughout the entire video. So before I begin with today's tutorial, I'm going to ask that you guys please make sure that you subscribe to my channel. And when you subscribe to my channel, just select that bell and hit all notifications. That way you'll be notified of all of my uploads. So I have here 2 pounds of chicken wings, and I'm just removing the tips from my chicken wings here. And then I am going to show you guys how I like to get all the hair off my chicken wings here. All the hair is on here still. So it's a lot of hair. So I'll show you guys an easy way to deal with that. In the meantime, I'm just going to place them aside in another bowl and just separate all my chicken wing tips here. Okay, now that I got all my chicken separated, I use a kitchen torch. And I just use it to singe off any hair that's still on the chicken. Just quickly go around where the hair is, and that will burn all that extra hair that's on your chicken off. Some people like to use a sharp knife and just go in and scrape it. Some people just use a pair of kitchen shears, but a torch works better. You can use your stove if you have a gas stove. Because I don't have a gas stove, I just use a torch. It's easier to do it this way, especially if you have vision problems. Like I have astigmatism with nearsighted and farsighted. So this just helps me also be able to get all that hair off and not worry if I missed anything visually. I just go over and just singe all that hair off. There's nothing worse than having hair on your chicken. And any large pieces of feather, we'll just go and pluck that out. So I got all the chicken, all the hair off the chicken and all the feathers off the chicken. And I just take my knife and I separate the wings further. I just go in between where the drumette and the wing meets. And you'll see here in the opening. And just follow that little line there and you'll just separate the chicken easily. Okay, now we're going to add our spices. So our spices is as follows. 2.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. Don't use fine salt, use kosher salt because they season the food differently. I have here, but I love onion powder, so we're going to use about 2 tablespoons of onion powder. I'm also going to add to this 2 teaspoons of black pepper. And I have here turmeric. And I'm going to use roughly 2 teaspoons of turmeric. Gives the chicken nice flavor. Now the spice that we have to be extremely careful of is the 5 spice powder. I'm going to just use a half a teaspoon. It's pretty pungent, so a little is a lot, or less is more when you use 5 spice powder. So now I'm going to pour over the buttermilk. And the buttermilk is going to be used to get our chicken nice and tender, and also really gives the flavor, gives the chicken flavor with all the acid that's in the chicken. The acid breaks down the chicken and makes it tender. And also I'm going to add water along with that buttermilk. The buttermilk will still do its job, but what the water does is it sort of lessens that, it makes the milk lighter. So when you go to fry the chicken, it doesn't burn or brown too quickly. Because when you work with things like milk or eggs or buttermilk, if you don't dilute it good enough, it will cause your chicken or whatever you're soaking your meat in to burn when you go to deep fry it. I'm going to let this chicken soak in this mixture for a few hours. You can let it sit overnight if you desire. So I have my chicken that's been marinating. It's sat for about 5 hours. So I have here 2 cups of flour in the bowl. And I'm not going to add any spices to it because the sauce is going to have a lot of salt in it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to begin by dredging all my chicken in this flour. So I use my right hand to grab all the wet chicken and place it into the flour. And then I'm going to use my left hand to dust off the chicken. So I'm going to shake off all the excess flour, and then I'm going to place this onto a plate here that I have sitting aside. So I have all my chicken dipped into the flour. So I have here in another bowl, I have here a cup of flour, and then what I'm going to do is pour in that buttermilk and water mixture. I'm going to just pour that into the flour, and I'm going to just mix all that together. And this is going to make a nice slurry here. So I have here a little half sheet pan. And what I'm going to first do before I begin everything is I'm going to dust that sheet pan down with flour. I'm just going to dust it that way as the chicken sits in the pan to dry. It doesn't, when it sweats up under it, it still has some flour to hold on to. Because I just don't feel like using a wire rack. If you want to set the chicken on a wire rack, you could. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the chicken into our little slurry here. And after I place it into the slurry, I'm just going to shake off the excess slurry and roll it back into our bowl of flour. If you need more flour, just get more flour as needed. Then we're going to roll it around in our flour here. And then I'm going to place it onto my flour lined half sheet pan there. Or this is a quarter sheet pan to be exact. So just continue on. If you need more flour to dredge your chicken in, of course, just add more flour to your bowl. So I heated up some vegetable oil. You can use whatever type of oil you desire to deep fry in. And I've heated up to 330 degrees. And I'm going to just place my chicken wings into the oil. And then I'm just going to let them fry for about 5 minutes. And then I'm going to give them a flip. And from that point, we'll flip them every so often until they reach 165 degree eternal temp. So for the honey garlic sauce, it's pretty simple. So we're going to add in 1 cup of real honey. To that, I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of soy sauce. I'm going to add in now a teaspoon of ground ginger. I'm going to add some garlic. About a tablespoon of garlic. And also just a 1/4 teaspoon of crushed red pepper. If you want it more spicy, feel free to make it more spicy. And then 2 more ingredients. A couple of teaspoons of sesame oil. I'm turning my flame on high here. And the last ingredient, 1.5 teaspoons of rice vinegar. I'm using regular rice vinegar. It's really important that you use unseasoned rice vinegar because seasoned rice vinegar has salt and other seasons in it, and it's going to really throw everything off. So we just mix all these ingredients together. Our sauce has come to a boil, and I'm going to turn off the heat, and then I'm going to toss my chicken wings into our honey here. And I just toss everything together with a big spoon here. And I just simply toss all the chicken in this honey sauce. And after I do so, I'm going to remove it from the honey, place it back into my pot. Once you get all your chicken dredged in the sauce, just remove it, place it back into your pot, and then I'm going to toss the remaining of my chicken in this honey garlic sauce. So here is my beautiful honey chicken wings. And I have a green onion that I have cut from my garden. And I'm just going to kind of snip that green onion and just allow it to fall wherever it falls. Here's our delicious chicken wings. I'll give you a close-up of the wings. Nice and beautiful glaze on there. Sticky honey. Listen to how crispy it is. So that's the crunch on the chicken. So I'm gonna go ahead and bite into it. Mmm. Beautiful honey flavor from the outside. You can really taste everything that we put onto the chicken, from the 5-spice powder to the turmeric. With all the spices combined together with this honey glaze on it with the garlic, it is so good. It just really pulls together as one complete flavor. So crunchy, juicy, creamy tender. If you enjoyed today's tutorial, please add this video to your playlist. Share this video, please. Don't forget to subscribe and ring that bell and select all notifications so that way you'll be notified of all my uploads and live events. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you'd like to see. Don't forget to keep checking my community tab on my YouTube channel. I have a lot coming, a lot to come. I have a lot going on, so stay tuned. Please remember to live and be well, and let's come together and love each other. Thanks for watching.